Octave here, and today I'm here with Jahsua Marsh. He's got a big fight with Cage Titans coming up. What's going on?
Hey man, it's doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for joining the show.
Thank you. Thanks for moving the time up. I appreciate it.
No problem. Obviously, you're facing Jorgen De Castro, who's a big heavyweight. He's been in the UFC before. What are you expecting out of this fight?
I'm expecting a high impact fight. I don't expect this fight to last too long. Um, doesn't matter who wins. I don't see it going long. Someone's gonna get put out. It's gonna be sparks are gonna fly. Everyone's gonna be turned into this fight. I expect they want to turn into this fight. It's gonna be a big one.
What's the biggest weakness you see in Jorgen's game?
Um, I don't know. He's clearly experienced. He's a strong guy. He's a fast guy. So I just have to be stronger, faster, and more technical than he is.
Obviously, you're a very well-rounded fighter. You have a submission win in your last fight. You have multiple knockouts. What is your biggest stronghold do you think you'll have in this fight?
Uh, my wrestling is always going to be my go to. That's always going to be what I have over a lot of the guys that I go against. Whether I use it or not, it'll always be in my back pocket. So I know I always have that just in case. However the fight situation goes, if I have to pull that card, I can always pull that card. So I know I always have that advantage over my opponent.
Nice. I mean, when you go in the cage, you seem pretty confident. What is your mentality when you step into the cage?
You know, my mentality, my like in my head, like there's literally nothing. I try to keep my mind extremely clear because when I start thinking and I start trying to think about what I gotta do next, that's when I usually start making mistakes. So usually when I just let everything flow and just keep my mind clear, that's when I usually do my best. So I try to stay calm, try to stay collected. I try to just have a level head and just go in there and do what I have to do.
Obviously, your last fight was in December. How has the preparation been for this fight? Because you haven't fought in almost about a year now. Do you feel prepared for this fight?
Oh yeah, definitely. I would have fought a lot sooner. Just I had some injuries I had to take care of. And kind of shoulder. So I've training camp is going good. I'm prepared. I'm ready for this fight, man. I'm ready to get it done.
How do you think the fans will react to this fight? I mean, everyone's expecting a big knockout or submission or something's going to happen here. What should the fans prepare for here?
They should prepare for a war. Like whether it's whether it goes the second round or whether it's third or whether it's however whatever round it's going to be in, they should expect just a high impact fight because I know he's gonna come. I know he's gonna come out guns blazing, and I'm gonna do the same thing too. So it's gonna be a fun fight.
If you have a big victory here, what do you plan on doing next? Do you plan on being more in the regional scene again? Do you want to go to CES, obviously Cage Titans? Do you want to stay in Cage Titans, or do you want to try to do something better?
My goal is make it to the UFC. So or PFL or Bellator. My goal is to make it to the next level. So I mean, if I get a good win here and that opportunity comes, I'm definitely gonna take it. But if not, then I would love to fight for Cage Titans. I love fighting for Cage Titans, man. I get goosebumps every time I'm walking out there, whether I'm getting booed or cheered on. Like it's an amazing feeling.
Obviously, Jorgen De Castro is a big name if you want to create a name for yourself. If you defeat him here, do you think you'll get that call for Dana White's Contender Series if you have a few more wins after this?
I hope so. That's all I can say because I don't, you never know what'll happen, but I hope that's the goal. Is after this one, hopefully, I get the call.
How have your coaches helped prepare you for this fight? Do you have any credit to give them?
Oh yeah, coach David Sutton. He's my jiu-jitsu coach. He's always keeping me mentally prepared, keeping my tools sharpened and everything. My striking coach, his son David Sutton Jr. He's been working on my striking. So as you guys have seen, my striking is becoming a lot better. I'm becoming a lot more comfortable on my feet. And also my boxing coach Seth, same thing with him. We've been working on my hands, working on just my movements and everything. So I'm feeling a lot more confident on my feet. So which is why I feel more comfortable standing up more than wrestling nowadays. So So credit to them, all three of my coaches, man. They've been amazing. So all credit to them.
We know you started off as a wrestler, but how did you get into the world of MMA?
So I wanted to make the Olympic team, but I never really got I never really got too close to making it. I've always made it to like the quarterfinals of these qualifying tournaments to make it to either the world team trials or the Olympic trials. So and there's no really professional wrestling. So MMA was the next thing.
I mean, fans can criticize fighters for whatever they want, but what is something that fans do not see that we need to know about fighters?
We're not all assholes. Like a lot of people see like the fighters got a bunch of tattoos and they just think we walk around just being dickheads all the time. But we're actually pretty nice people. We're probably the nicest people you will meet. But I mean, obviously there are some assholes sprinkled in there too. But that's the common thing that I think fighters kind of get tainted, is that we're all just a bunch of assholes. But we're not. We're actually pretty people.
In Cage Titans, it seems like the fans really give fighters a lot of energy. How do the fans help you prepare for a fight?
I just tell you what, like walking like that. My first fight with Battles, like that whole arena just was straight up booze, and it was it definitely definitely fuels you. Like you're like, okay, now I gotta shut these guys up. I mean, even though I lost, it was still a good experience. Even the next fight with this guy, I forgot his damn name.
Jorgen de Castro?
No. Ross
Oh,
Hilton.
oh,
Even with him, like I still got some booze, but I
yeah.
surprisingly got cheers too. So like that whole arena or that whole Memorial Hall, it erupts regardless. So I mean, I love it.
It seems like people think you're the underdog in this fight, mainly probably because of Jorgen de Castro's experience. Do you think that will fuel you more as an underdog?
Yeah, I love being an underdog. I love when people doubt me. I love proving people wrong. That's what I do. So I mean, it's all good. They'll see after.
Coming up in MMA, were there any specific fighters that you looked up to, or did you want to like copy their style?
My favorite fighter growing up was Chuck Liddell. He's kind of the reason why I got into MMA. He was definitely my favorite fighter. But then, you see the Anderson Silvas, Robbie Lawlers, Michael Bisping, those guys. Even DJ Mighty Mouse. He's I love watching him. John Jones, all those guys. But my all time favorite fighter was or still is Chuck Liddell.
That's a good answer. Do you have an MMA Mount Rushmore of your top four favorite fighters?
Um, in no in no order. I would have Mighty Mouse, John Jones, Anderson Silva, and I would say George St. Pierre.
That's a good list. I like that. So, was there a specific fight where you feel like your opponent was really tough, or what was the hardest fight that you ever had to face?
Um, my hardest fight is always the next one that I fight. Like just the preparation, and then uh, mentally getting prepared and mentally being in there is always, each fight is always tough. Each fight, it doesn't matter if it's if you win in the first round, if you win, always tough in my opinion.
Oops, sorry, I don't know what happened. All right, we're back. Sorry, I don't know what happened. What did you say at the end there? I didn't catch you.
Oh, I said every fight is always a tough fight. Whether it's whether you win fast, whether you win in 30 seconds or a minute. I mean, every fight, in my opinion, is always a tough fight. So I wouldn't say any fight was tougher than any other. I feel like every fight is tough for me.
What is your favorite promotion that you've fought on out of all of them?
I'll say Case Titans, just because like the energy you get in there is probably my favorite. Yeah, Case Titans probably my favorite so far.
Nice. I mean, MMA is a very tough world. It's a tough job to have. What's some stuff you like to do outside of MMA?
Nothing. I live a boring life. I go to work, I go train, I come home to my family and my dogs, and that's it.
What are some of your favorite foods in preparation for a fight? What do you like to eat?
After weigh-in, there's always Big Ziti. I gotta find an Italian restaurant. I gotta find somewhere that has Big Ziti. That's always been my ritual.
I love that. I'm a big ziti guy too. I love pasta. Um, before we sign off, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to? Any of your coaches, any of your training camp guys, or even like a promotion for yourself for Cage Titans?
Oh yeah, shout out to my coaches, David, David and Seth. Shout out to my whole Hotbox MMA family, Carlson Gracie Jr., Jiu Jitsu. Shout out to all my sponsors. I appreciate you all. Shout out to the fans, the ones who love me, the ones who hate me, new ones, old ones. Thank you all.
Make sure you guys check out Cage Titans as the main event. Jahsua Marsh facing Jorgen De Castro. Check it out. Should be a big fight, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining the show, Joshua.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Take care, guys.